has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. And a glance at the tall signal caller, standing 6'6".
Brandon, it's always nice when you get recognized with an individual award. And he was the AFC Offensive Player of the Week last week. But when you do it in a win, so much the better.
Absolutely. And he was all talking about that win, not so much the award he received on Wednesday.
That's a nice-looking award. I wonder if he took it home, you know, got out of the car, showed it off to the kids in the neighborhood, passed it around. I wonder what he did with it.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right and up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Right away, they rack up 10 yards on their first play from scrimmage.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
A running play on first down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Here's the Jets punter now. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. That's taken on the 25. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and it'll be Dolphin football. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by a guy certainly still trying to prove himself here in the league, the young rookie quarterback.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw 1 touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 6 catches, 53 yards, and a touchdown.
And he's able to pull that last pass in, but this is usually a pretty tough unit to try and maneuver against. They're in the top 10 in the league against the pass, and you and I both know there's not much difference between 1 and 10.
Throwing on first down. Castillo will dump this off to Akers. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And that will bring up 2nd down. The Dolphins had 8-3 now. They were losers their last time out. Trying to get back in the win column, but obviously not an easy task here in a hostile environment.
Yeah, always tough to win away from home. But sometimes what you do is you use these types of games as bonding experiences and carry that into the contest.
And Akers, he is not going to get there. They mark him short of the first. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
That was a terrific play, causing a loss. As a middle linebacker, simple. You can either fill holes or you can attack them, as he did there.
Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Back on the field come the New York Jets for their 2nd drive. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. And he'll find Hall. And he's brought down, getting this one up to the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. We're taking a look at Hall's numbers from a week ago. 19 carries, 107 yards.
And the way they ran the ball last week has to bring a smile to the faces of the entire coaching staff, because not only are they seeing a back pile up yardage, they're seeing an offensive line in sync. And that bodes well this late in the season.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. On third down, here's Hall. Gets past one man, and he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. On first down, right back to Hall. It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 44-yard line. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hall. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
On second down, a run with Hall. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long. Defense able to get there, swarm to the football. Zilch, 0 nada there for the offense, Charles.
Yeah, it really was an example of good team defense, wasn't it? Everyone handled their responsibilities, and they held them to no gain.
Trying to lay one up deep. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's the Jets punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds, back near their own 20. So Miami coming out for their 2nd drive. And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals, the fact that my players are probably just better, and not try and do too much, do just enough to win the game. And on the other side of the field, I'm doing everything. Every trick play I can think of, every different formation, you name it, I'm throwing it at them in order to try and get the upset win.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Castillo. And he slings one that's incomplete. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Looking to throw. Castillo. Looking left sideline, incomplete. The threat of a 2nd straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Allen. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. They'll go with Akers here up the middle. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. This defense for the Jets, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball? Or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright?
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And able to find Gesicki as tight end. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 27-yard line. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the 1st down.
Okay, ready?
They'll run on 1st down with Akers. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he whips that one incomplete there. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Castillo. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
So on 4th down, Dolphin kicker Jason Sanders comes on. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And this is off the left upright. And it comes back. It's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. So plenty of leg, but it's the accuracy there that lets him down.
Yeah, he hit it really well. I think this might have been good from 55. But you'll see it just conk off that upright. And they're denied a chance at 3 points.
Breece Hall helped leading out this offense for another series. At his current pace, sure looks well in line for a 1,000-yard season. But some of the older folks watching that remember the 12-game seasons in the NFL probably say, man, it was a lot harder to do that back then. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going for the deep ball. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
Now Hill to return it. 31 yards on the punt there. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. On 1st down, they'll start out with Akers. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. No score after 1 on EA Sports. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the 2nd quarter. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. 2nd down, they'll go with Akers again. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. Castillo to throw on third down. And that will be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's fourth down.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on third down.
Here's Blake Gillikin now. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return, and the Jets will take over. Another drive coming up for New York's offense. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. Flushed out right, and he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. We've seen a couple of Super Bowls start 2-0. The first score of this game could have very easily been a safety. That was close there.
It was close, and while it didn't happen in this game, it's funny you bring up the Super Bowls because that would have been, what, Super Bowl 46, Giants-Patriots.
You're testing my memory.
And also
yeah.
Super Bowl 48, which was Broncos-Seattle when the snap went over the head of the QB. And guess what? It was 2-zip Seattle right out of the gate.
And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. This offense so far on third down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8. Flush to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Here's the Jets punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. A little juke. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And out will come the offense as they take over. Dolphins offense returning to the field. And, partner, I know so far, and we're still in the first half, but you love this game as a defensive guy. 0-0. We'll see if the offense can get going on this drive.
Well, you know how they talk about music to your ears? How about what it does for your eyes when you watch something like this, right, where these teams are locked in and going at it, no points going up on the scoreboard? I'm loving it. You're exactly right.
Well, switch over, though, to an offensive mindset for a moment. What do they need to do here to get on track and get some points?
Well, I think a couple of ways. Number one, you pull out something maybe they haven't seen before. Coaches always talk about unscouted looks. Maybe you give them something that they haven't seen on tape, and now you shock them that way. The second, run your basic playbook, but run it so well that you give your skill position guys a chance to make big plays individually. I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is taken at the 23. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. And New York set to take the field. They've been playing the field position game thus far. No score, second quarter as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Hudson. This one finds Wilson downfield. On the move past the 40. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. Hudson. His throw incomplete. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Operating from the gun. Hudson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. But he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get him the 1st down. brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. They'll go for it. It's Hall. But he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. I love those plays. 4th and 1. That's who wants it more, this time the offense.
Yeah, there's a lot of hooting and hollering in there, right? A lot of contact and a lot of collisions as they try and find some space. Who's going to drop their hips, gain leverage, and move the other side backwards? We saw it there for the offense getting it done.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll go again with Hall. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. Facing a 2nd and 6 from the 8. Straight ahead is Hall. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Hudson. And he's got it. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Now, that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
Now Sam Sloman is on. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And his kick is indeed good. And the Jets hit the ball first. It's 3-0. So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
Miami's offense set and ready to go. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Castillo rolling to his... And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. What a dimension this man brings to this defense. He had his mind set there that he was going to get in and make that tackle. He really flew to the football.
And that is a situation where in a defender's mind, you just have to pick a point on the football field and think to yourself, I'm going to sprint full out and meet him at that point. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but he had to play diagnosed perfectly there.
Now Castillo, off play action, under pressure, they got him again. Kenneth Murray able to record his 5th sack of the season. The #1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though, and they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
And a look at the next-gen stats reveals that sack occurred in all of 2.3 seconds. And you think you want to be an NFL quarterback?
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far, offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Let's take it inside his own 40. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. On 3rd and 2, Hudson. And Ingram hauls it in. And he's going to have the Jets first down as they get fouled there on 3rd and 2. For these two division rivals, the schedule maker gave them a couple of second-half meetings this year. They met for the first time back in Week 11, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. They'll look to throw again. And he's got his man out of the slot, complete. Brought down about the 23-yard line.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
Back to throw again. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Another good throw there in what has been a strong rookie season to this point, Charles, as he now has surpassed the 3,000-yard mark with that last completion.
And just think, he's been forced to learn on the job here in his first year. Normally, veterans talk about, hey, I've got the answers to the test before the game even begins. But this guy's taking the test with every throw, with every game. And so far, he's passing with flying colors.
They'll run with Hall. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Hudson. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. And not a good time for the sack on 2nd and goal. A loss of 6. And now it's 3rd down.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Now Sam Sloman is on. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is good. And they're able to double their lead just before half. It's 6-0. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And in a spot like this, still more than a minute, I think if you put something on the board before halftime, that would go a long way towards helping them get back into the game.
There actually is something to the psychology of the game at times, isn't there? How much better would they feel running into the locker room as you know that it's something that passion? You're exactly right. It's a great opportunity to get that done.
Kenneth Murray, that is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. Charles, not to point fingers, but how much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line? Well, look at the 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Definitely the bulk of it does go on the offensive line. That's what they're tasked with doing, keeping their quarterback upright and clean in the pocket. But I think they have to look at, okay, are we bringing in extra people? Is the ball out of the quarterback's hands quick enough? There are a few other factors that they have to look at to try and help out. But you're exactly right. It starts with the O-line.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Now a timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Blake Gillikin on to punt here as he'll send this one away. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Jets take it over again. Breece Hall making his way out with the offense.
And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
The Dolphins taking over now late in this first half. And now they start in plus territory following that turnover, as they'll try to get some points here before halftime.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Castillo.
That's caught. Waddle on the left side.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Castillo now to throw on 2nd down. They complete it to Hill. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Oh, they were so close. That close to their first points of the game. Just needed to hang on just a second longer. But he couldn't complete the process of the catch through the jostling from the defender.
And he comes back with 1 complete. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Escape. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Dolphins have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead into the locker room. Well, with this rookie QB, we talk a lot about his ball placement and how good he can be at laying it right in there. I think we just saw, Charles, though, the strength of that arm. That was an absolute rifle for the completed touchdown.
It absolutely was, and let's face it, you think he was really ready to get that first touchdown? Absolutely. He threw that pass with authority, just as you described. Big-time arm right there, and let's face it, a lot of quarterbacks used to be pitchers in baseball. The fastball was usually their best pitch, and we saw it there.
This is taken just shy of the 10.
So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. We're starting to get near the home stretch of this.
Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter.
And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation because they probably had a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
This defense coming out after the half, and if that plays any indicator, Charles, maybe a little refreshed and refocused here for quarters 3 and 4.
Yeah, they did really well on that one. That's exactly what they need to keep doing if they want to change their fortunes in this game.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Operating from the gun, Castillo. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Here's Castillo. Throwing on 3rd and long. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Pulled in at the 24. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Back to throw. Hudson. And a completion to Wilson. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
They'll run with Hall.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphins shaking up on the play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Here's the Jets punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today.
And this returnable.
Now a hit and a loose football. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
It's been a struggle all game for them on offense. This was a chance to maybe provide a little bit of a spark with a punt return. Unfortunately, that spark got doused.
Yeah, and you call special teams the 3rd phase, but you see here it can be the 1st phase sometimes.
That is so true, right? It can ignite it one way or the other, and boy, that didn't help them at all.
Throwing to start the drive. Hudson. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Hudson.
He targets Ingram for another grab. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Finds his tight end Ingram.
And he is going to have a Jets 1st down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Paul ought to give up the middle.
He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Paul again on 2nd down.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And they jump back in front here. It's 9-7. As his third field goal now in the ball game, and they needed his leg. This last one gives him the lead.
It's been a back-and-forth kind of a game, hasn't it? Now you got to tell your defense, guys, need you to make this stand up because we got the momentum going in the right direction, but we need you to make sure we carry it home.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Miami set to take over.
Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Castillo. And that, nearly picked off. Well, it would have been a great time for their first interception of the game. Instead, it's 2nd down. Quick slant, Tyreek Hill with it. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins 1st down.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the 1st down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Castillo. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Closing in on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. And one more time, that's Watkins. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Castillo. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Bryce Hall. And the Jets are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a quarterback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked him.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets, but oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. Makes it a little bit tougher for him.
And New York set to take the field.
Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Ball again on 2nd down.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
From the gun on 3rd down. Hudson. Flush. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Here's the Jets punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And it'll be Dolphin football.
Now we get Tyreek Hill and the rest of the Miami offense back out there.
Pretty good game for him so far. I guess he's still got time here to make this a great game, but so far, he's been solid.
I like where you're going with that because it has been pretty good, but there's always that hint that things can really escalate for him. And right now, they feel like they're somewhat keeping him in check, but he has found the end zone once. But boy, he can explode at any moment.
Yeah, when you hit that end zone once, you want to find it again, don't you?
Yes, you do.
You get hungrier.
You get greedy in a good way.
They'll go again here with Akers.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. To throw is Castillo from the gun on third down. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Now that's absolutely frustrating for a defender. Had a chance to get him on the ground before he got to the sideline, but what great vision and understanding where he is on the field as he headed for the marker and picked up the first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll go option to the short side. 9 yards on the first down. Keeper, and it's 2nd and 1.
Now that's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop it.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2.
They'll try and run for this with Akers.
And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next run.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time, but it's going to be second down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. So they need 6 yards here on third down. They're 2 for 2 on third down tries so far on this drive. Looking to throw. Castillo. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. Quinton Williams with a big-time sack on third down. It's a loss of 7. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. So a big one coming now for Jason Sanders. This for a fourth quarter lead. Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins have taken the lead here in the fourth. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
And New York set to take the field.
And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game.
On first down, Hudson. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. as a give to Hall. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Going up top. And that is incomplete. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he'll push ahead for about 3 to the 36. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, Hudson. Caught by Wilson. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver, and almost on a direct shot, able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
Here's the Jets punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Castillo throwing to start the drive. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. Now Castillo looking to throw on 2nd down. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now it's 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Castillo. Got a man, it's Waddle, complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 4, and it gets him the first.
Now, Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And, Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
They'll give this to Akers running right.
Man, tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Castillo. And going deep for Hill. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Castillo now on 3rd down. Now and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and it goes down. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on to kick it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return.
And the Jets will take over.
The New York set to take the field.
Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. Now Hall to start the drive. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 79 yards rushing for him now as he's done it on 19 carries.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. On 1st and 10, Hudson. And his throw here is incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Hudson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 37. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Running left, it's Hall. And he'll get it inside the 35. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Hudson. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front and getting to him. Other times you had extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking them.
So they'll try to move the ball closer here on 3rd down. A field goal from this spot would be just inside of 60 yards, 59 to be exact. Over the middle and complete to Wilson. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll bring up 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they take the lead here by 2, 12-10. That was perfect. From distance, he steps up, knocks it right down Main Street.
And Main Street's celebrating right now with him, aren't they? I love the mechanics of the whole thing. Snap, hold, everything was right on target, and the blocking was perfect, and he executed so well.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. So there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
Here's Castillo throwing on first down. That's Waddle. He's got the catch on the out route. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. Now he lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball is so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
They'll start on the ground. Hall. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Ball again on second down.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Ball again.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7.
Handoff, running left. Here's Hall.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
102 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. The Jets, with victory seemingly in hand, they take the knee. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And this one won't be remembered for many offensive fireworks, but they did enough to get the job done.
And that's why it's a team game, because sometimes you have to lean on one part of your team. And they leaned on their defense. In fact, they probably went over there and asked for some help. Like, guys, we just don't have it in this one. Can you hook us up? And they did in a big way. So no problem. Put it on our shoulders. We'll carry you home. And they did exactly that.
So for the Jets, their very slim playoff hopes get a boost as they move to